what did it take me? 2 months after Taylor Swift released her album to finally actually listen to it because like she was having a moment and I was like, I'm not buying into the whole machine that is Taylor Swift right now. That's like a very four thing. So it's like more like about certain things that the four really comes out for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do think that 3 is very accessible to me at work. You see me in that environment, so you can probably confirm that. But 1 is more so in my personal life than anywhere else. I don't like that's not super accessible to me at work or like really anywhere besides it's super internal. It's like real behavior driven. And it can be really confusing because sometimes it feels like a control thing. So it's like 8, but because it shows up most times when I'm stressed out.
Right.
I think I've talked about this many times, but if I can like clean something or do something, like it's something that I have control over, that makes me feel better. So if I'm feeling out of control, generally speaking, I try to control everything that I possibly can.
I feel like my job, I don't go to either. I don't know where I go at work. What's my growth?
6s go to 9.
Yeah, I don't think I. What's your stress?
3.
3?
Could be 3.
Maybe.
I think when I think about the 6 side, I was trying to think if there was a in the 6 wing. And if there's a 6, it's not, I guess it would still be behavior. I can spin out usually after the fact about things. I think that's mostly where the 6 will come through. Like if I have a conversation with someone and they don't react maybe the way that I was hoping they would, or if it's I said something that caused a reaction that I didn't expect, or like they didn't take it the way I intended and therefore reacted badly, I can spend a bunch of time like worrying about that, which is kind of the 6 wing behavior coming out of like replaying it over and over and over and over and over and over and like, what if I had said this and what if I had said that and what if I did this differently and what if I did that differently? So I think that's maybe more where the 6 kind of overthinking pattern comes through. But as I've gotten older, that has gotten better.
I've noticed with you that if it's unexpected or overwhelming, you can tend to go a little 6, which is like sometimes my 6 is activated in that moment already in that space with you. And then like I just feed off of it. Like,
So I was going to be like, wait a minute. So this is like a mirror situation.
Yeah.
So you come in all 6 and then I just go right down that road with you.
How 6 can you be?
Tana can be very, very 6. I know we're supposed to be talking about wings. I'm trying to
We
keep us
have
on.
to rabbit hole somewhere.
But because she's thinks like a 6, there are times where I have to be like, okay, 6, we're going to like reel that in right now.
but I have to write on that. Well, me to a hole. That's not on complaints. I have in at least 2 situations when I had chained some weird shit together. And I remember one I texted you the night before and I'm like, something's off. Something's fucking off. And I was mostly right about that.
Mostly.
Not 100%.
What's the problem though is when I chain and then I'm right, it like reinforces the chaining. I'm like, yes, your intuition is so right.
I do enjoy that though. Like this will happen at work where I'm like, I'll have a thought or say something and then someone will come back and they're like, you were right. I was like,
Rest my fucking face, right? Like,
not always right, but I'm right a lot of times.
I think that it's funny because I was like having a moment when I talked to Brandon this week where I was like, this and this and this is happening. And like, I'm right back in this like situation. And he was like, well, it's because you've gotten like attached to this potential outcome. And now there's like uncertainty, and like that outcome that you thought was going to happen is no longer certain. And so like you're basically spinning out. And like, so there are moments where certain things, and I don't know how much of that was 6, as much of that maybe comes through in how I can get maybe more 8-ish of like, this doesn't make sense. This is out of alignment. This isn't fair, right? Like it gets more like on that side of it.